Don't worry, Leeds United fans, I won't keep you too long. I know that game was a bit boring, a bit lifeless, but I do want to start by saying fair play, Daniel Farke. We'll talk about that in a minute. All right, guys, what is going on? My name is Ollie Ward. Welcome back to the Ollie Ward channel. It has just ended at the Hawthorns, West Brom 0, Leeds United 0. A well-earned point for Leeds United. I think we're going to speak a bit about the negatives and the positives today. But before we get into it, obviously smash that like button. Let's try and hit, I don't know, 150, 200 likes on this. I don't know how many people are going to watch a 0-0 reaction. Also, subscribe if you are new. We're on the road to 17,000 subscribers. Look, we're literally 200 subscribers away. So if you are new, get down there and subscribe. And get your comments in, all your thoughts on today's game. Maybe your man of the match. I think Pascal's up there. I think Nonto had a very good game as well. Listen, if you look at it from an outsider, let's start positively. Let's start positively. You go to Hawthorns, one of the toughest stadiums in the division, and you get a 0-0. You get a point away from home. I think you take it. Most teams do take it. I just think, fair play Daniel Farke in the sense of we've been leaking goals the last few games. That game it gave off similar vibes to the Norwich first leg game where Leeds United needed to just, calm down, keep a clean sheet, defensively look sound. And yes, we were a bit lack in attacking assets. And that's where we definitely need to target in the transfer market because I'm struggling with Perot in the 10. Mateo Joseph still hasn't got it for me just right now. I was afraid that we were going to chuck too much pressure on him, and I think we've got that. And then you bring on Patrick Bamford as well, who, again, I don't think he had an awful game. And there was a little bit of me that thought he could get the winner today. But Leeds United had relatively no chances. I don't even know if we had a shot on target. But it was one of them games where we needed a performance like that to save a bit of face. I thought Roden and Pascal were decent. Bogle, I think, still got question marks, similar with Junior Firpo. I thought Firpo was a little bit better than Bogle. Ampadu still needs to stop. I mean, today it was okay because you keep a clean sheet. But when you need a goal, Ampadu needs to stop dropping and going into old habits of dropping into the centre-half position because then you're lacking in that midfield. You live in Ilya Gruev all by himself and getting dominated by 3 or 4 midfielders in there. But I think Leeds will be happy with the point than West Brom. Obviously, if you look at the negatives, you can say it was boring, lifeless. You can say all this. And on Twitter at halftime, I did say, God, this is boring. But also, if I'm actually reflecting it, we saw a different tactic to Daniel Farke's system where he hasn't just gone attack, attack, attack. He's gone, we need to keep a clean sheet and we need to show that we're not leaking goals for fun this year. Let's actually get back. Let's sort of calm it down and let's get a clean sheet and a point away from home. And I think you've got to respect that. Obviously, it's still very early days and people are calling for Daniel's head. And I was up there thinking if there was a bad result today, he could go. That's how much the fan base is a bit toxic at the moment, including myself. I think we need signings. I think performances on the pitch haven't been good. But something like this is a step in the right direction. I believe maybe I'm being too positive with it, and let me know in the comments down below. But I think you've got to look at it as that was a building block. That was okay. So next time, what do we need? We need that defensive sort of unit, and offensively, we need to do better. If you looked at the statistics about how the attackers were losing possession, Dan James, Pirro, and Mateo Joseph lost a lot of the ball today, so they weren't effective in the offensive areas. That's where you need to replace your Somervilles. You need to replace your Jorginho Rutters, and who else has got Archie Gray? Nonto obviously could be on his way out, but he didn't play like that today. But yeah, I'm going to flip it on his head. I know a lot of people will be negative about this result. I think it's another point on the board, personally. If you look at it, first game of the season, we should have won. We got embarrassed against Borough. That's no excuse. We should have won the first game, and we deserved point here. And I think credit to Daniel Farke and the team today. We just need more offensively. We need more of a squad. Obviously, we've got like a squad of 20 or something like that, and we've got 4 or 5 goalkeepers. That's a bit exaggerating, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. There's stuff in our play again. I think if we lose that 1-0, I completely flip my script. If I'm being completely honest, because we didn't play brilliantly, but defensively, I thought we were okay. And Meslier didn't really get tested at all. West Brom weren't at their best either. But I think Leeds United played a big part of that they couldn't play their best. And they brought on some decent players. You know, Josh Madger last week got a hat-trick. He didn't get a sniff today. but it wasn't a game for the number 9s. Everything was in the midfield, and I thought Ethan and Gruev had a decent game in the end, but Ampadu just needs to stop falling into that old habit of dropping into the centre-half spot. But yeah, I want to say fair play Daniel Farke. I want to say fair play Leeds United. I ain't got too much to say because there was little to no highlights in that game. But either way, Leeds United go again, I believe, next Friday against Sheffield Wednesday. That'll be tough. A offensive Danny Roll sort of style of play, sorry. And yeah, we'll see how we get on against them. We'll see how Sheffield Wednesday get on today. But also, Leeds need to attack the transfer market now. Attackers, Jack Clark. Let's get someone. Let's get a statement signed, and let's get someone that can, when you're trying to bring on. And I like Brendan, and I say I like Bamford. I do like Bamford, but I just don't think they're necessarily the right sort of key assets to bring on when you need a goal. But there we are. Who knows? Who knows? And Joel Perot, yeah, Joel Perot's a struggle to watch. Unfortunately, I want that bloke to do so well, so bad, but he just, doesn't seem to really be doing it at Leeds United right now. But yeah, Leeds needs signings. Fair play, Daniel Farke. Fair play, Leeds United. Get your comments in, smash a like, and subscribe if you are new. We'll be back in the week and maybe even tomorrow with the latest Leeds United transfer news and rumours. Without further ado, I've been Ollie Ward. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheery.